Good morning. This is Talk Back to Television, and I'm here with Tzvi Girdle. Did I get that right?
Getstl, yes.
Girdle. Okay. Okay. Joining us from Synamedia, and at the moment you're in Jerusalem. Tzvi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, thank you for being here. Okay. I invited you here because I want to know about the Senza product. Um, First of all, what is it?
Okay, so great. I'm super passionate to talk about Sensa. Sensa is a really cutting edge product. Essentially allows to enjoy user experiences from the cloud in the video industry. So in a way that you can get all the incredible things that the cloud can offer from GPUs, artificial intelligence, by just developing your user interfaces in a browser and deliver that to set-top box, to devices, and and combining the typical user experience that you have when you're watching TV. So you can have amazing UIs with the traditional ABR streaming, and it works incredibly well. And it's easy to operate, easy to create really amazing things in terms of user experience.
All right. Now, is
And
Senza a platform or a device or both?
it is a platform. It is a
Okay.
platform that includes the intelligence, if you want. It's in the cloud, really, where we do all these cool things. And at the end, you have a device that is a super simple device that is capable to render in a very, very simplistic fashion. And lately, we are now deviceless. We have just announced a new sub product or a new, which is named Sensa Ignite, that not just enables operators not just to enjoy Sensa through uh, a small dongle, but in any embedded device, in TVs, CPEs, set-top boxes, whatever.
Ah, okay. Now, you used a word that rang a bell for me, and that's a dongle. Initially, this came out and it was a dongle, a plug-in doodad, and if I remember correctly,
That's right.
that I could put it on, for example, my main set here in my office that has all of the stuff coming into it. And that dongle would then broadcast is the wrong word, but connect to other sets in my home.
It will connect to, so basically you have the dongle, you put it on your HDMI on any TV, whether
Yep,
it's a smart TV or it's a not smart TV,
right.
and it makes your TV connected to the Sensa backend, right? And from there you can create any user experience that you have. So in essence, you make your TV, doesn't matter how old it is, the smartest device in the planet.
Now that's interesting. Okay. Let's try to dig from the I'm going to ask you later how you make money with that, but I'm interested in the consumer experience. What do I, the consumer, need to do, and why would I want to do it?
So basically, what you need, so you go buy the device, it's a very simple
A
device.
device.
Yes, you
Okay.
connect it to the HDMI in your smart TV or in your TV
Yep.
and your screen. Then you register, super, super easy with your mobile phone, a QR code, and that's very, very straightforward. And from that on, your TV becomes whatever you can do in a supercomputer, if you want, in a computer that is very powerful. So, for instance, you can watch is the World Cup now, so you can watch the World Cup and having five different screens and having animations that are incredible. You can get AI AI information, like information that is aggregated for you specifically, and all that is done in the cloud and delivered to your device. So you're still operating a very small and simple device, but getting an amazing user experience that is coming basically from the cloud. But the video, whatever you are transmitting video, is still coming in traditional AVI, and that's the beauty. You don't need to you don't need to change the entire TV operation in order to still consume video, because the idea of doing stuff in the cloud and rendering to like and delivering into the device, it's not a new idea, but combining the two in a way that the user is not even aware that the video is coming from the traditional AVR. And remember, the AVR has a buffer of many, many seconds. And when we are talking about user interface, you are essentially want a real-time type of experience. So I'm already hinting you what there is a technical challenge, and that's what Sensa comes to solve, all that.
Okay, now in my old experience, I grew up in the cable television business, and we would have additional outlets. I would have a set-top box on my main TV, but then I'd have another set-top on in the office and another set-top in the bedroom. Um, that would all basically allow me to get the same subscriptions if I had HBO paid for coming into my home or Showtime coming into my home. I would get that on all of those. Now, if I am subscribing to HBO Max and I'm watching it on my main screen here, which is an LG, and I have a Sensa device, will the Sensa device allow me to watch HBO Max on another TV that I haven't necessarily authorized for HBO Max?
So essentially, yes, if you're say that the operator, in this case, you're talking about HBO Max, will have sensor devices, right, integrated with us, which is a very simple, straightforward integration. And yes, you have your sensor device in one TV in your living room. Then you go
Yep.
to your 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 bedroom.
Yep.
That's fine. You can still use it. Let me tell you even more. You can go to an hotel, and if the hotel will have a sensor device, you will be able to enjoy. Why? Because the intelligence is in the backend, in the cloud, right? So
So am
you
I
understand?
registering all of my subscriptions onto the Sensa, my Sensa account and in the cloud? You have, for example, right now most of my subscriptions are through my Roku box, and we know what Roku is in the middle of doing. Um, Essentially, if I have all of my subscriptions in the Sensa cloud, then I just need to plug in the Sensa device to my other TV sets, and they can access all of my accounts and watch all my stuff.
Well, let me clarify. What I'm trying to
Okay.
explain is, say that you have, I would find your TV operator, the one that you enjoy. You have a TV operator. The sensor device is not like a set-top box that is actually anchored to you. It's really Rick's device.
Okay.
The Sensa ecosystem allows you, whatever subscriptions that are integrated with Sensa, to utilize it wherever you want, because you take the device and the device has about Rick. It is just a gate to the cloud. So your stuff is securely safe in the cloud. So if you step to your bedroom or to an hotel that has a sensor device, yes, you'll inform I'm here through an authentication, and all of a sudden you can use your you don't need to swap anything. Now, let me take you one step forward because we're talking about the device, and this is actually the cool part is that we have been hearing, okay, we love this idea, but the device is restricting us. Some of our customers are saying, well, why you don't embed that to my TV
Yep.
or my set-top box or whatever? And we are doing that now, and we have launched a new version or an extension to Sensa named Sensa Ignite. And the
Yes.
reason that we called it Ignite is because it truly ignites a device that might be almost frozen in terms of functionality. Imagine an old set-top box with a spec of 10, 15 years back. You can do practically, if you're a TV operator, that box is almost, that's it. It can do what it can do. Once you integrate Sensa, you make one more software download to your set-top box to download the Sensa software into that set-top box, which is a really tiny agent that
Yep.
sits in the set-top box. And from that time and on, that's it. Your set-top box all the sudden becomes this amazing user experience environment where you can have all the beauty that I was talking before. If you want to create multi cameras view, if you want to create highly sophisticated user experience, highly personalized, all that you can do in a very old piece of hardware. So I think that's even it's the next step that we are bringing the platform.
Okay, so now you now have covered if I buy a new set, I have the ability to have Sensa Ignite embedded, downloaded into that set and operating. If I have an old set, I can download it in, but I can also plug in the dongle to the HDMI.
That's right.
Okay. Now, in my old line of thinking, we used to call those things thin clients. You're like the ultimate thin client here, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it's true. I said the way that I like to present, if you get the device, it's your last device you get. You don't need to update it. All the time that your HDMI continue working, the device will never become obsolete because all is happening in the cloud.
Got it.
But on the sensor, what you call the light, how do you call it? Light
A thin
um,
client is what
thin
we
client. This is the ultimate one because you essentially make your last software download to that device, and that's it.
okay.
Game over.
Serious question. My favorite one. How do you make money? How do you make money on this? How does Synamedia make money on this?
So basically, this is a service that we offer. Like it's a usage-based service that it is by how much you use the user experience, right? The UI in the cloud. Basically, we don't charge for the video at all, so the video is completely transparent. And obviously, there are different type of user experiences. There are highly very simple user experiences that obviously the charge is highly competitive to any platform in the world. And then you have things that you can do extremely sophisticated that's could be more expensive if you are using a huge amount of GPUs and stuff. But then imagine that you are having a very special sports event. You create a user experience just for that event, which the operator will be attracting a lot of customers and maybe making the service premium. So
All right.
that's the business model. Super
Okay.
simple.
We got to watch our time. So, am I the consumer? Do I go down to Best Buy and buy a Sensa dongle? Do I go
No,
online and down? How do I who do I get it from?
we sell to the we are a B2B business. We don't do
Okay.
B2C. So we sell it to, I don't know, the operators of the world, and they are monetizing to the end user.
So you would be selling to, for example, my friends over at LG or Samsung or Vizio or the dozens of other set manufacturers, right?
That is one route. The other route is our traditional customers, the biggest broadcasters, aggregators of the world, for instance. That will be a natural. These guys need solutions. They love the CPEs, the set-top boxes, but they hate them. They love them because creates a very anti-churn environment that you're very sticky, but they hate them because they're very expensive. And these days, if you follow the price of the hardware, it became memory
Yep.
crazy. So Sensa for them is the rescue path.
Okay. Well, you know what? So can my viewers right now find a way to get and use Sensa?
Themselves only through operators.
And how do they find an operator who is using it?
Well, there are operators in the world, like we just literally launched. So we have three
Okay.
operators in the world that are using them. We announced being one of them, and we have two others that are in the last. But I can tell you that I believe that it's going to be widely deployed with some of the TV sets, and as you already infer to that.
I like that whole lot. Okay. We're out of time. I'm going to pay attention. And as soon as we find an operator in the States, we'll make sure everybody knows about it so they can check it out for themselves. Tzvi, thank you very much for your time, buddy. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your time. It was a pleasure.
Bye
Nice to
bye.
see you. Bye.